Hey guys, Joe here. Today we're going to try out a slinging technique that came up on slinging.org. And the idea for this came from an image that was on an old Greek vase, or whatever it is. It looks like a vase to me with handles on the sides. But this dates back as far as 225 to 425 BC. And if we look at this image, there's two things I want to focus on for my tests here. The first is the hand holding the sling. If you look at it, you can see the thumb is up in the air, which means the release cord is being held between the fingers and not between a finger and thumb. Second thing is the more obvious, and that's on the slinger's left arm. You can see he has a hide or an animal skin of some kind that he's holding. And a lot of the text on this image indicates that he's probably a soldier of some kind, and this is being used as a shield, which would totally work. Another thought we had is that if he was hunting, that could be used as camouflage. Now in this particular image, that might be small to really hide him from an animal, but I think the concept is still viable. But this video, I'm actually doing it backwards. Usually I'll do the intro and then sling, and this one the slinging's already done. Let's take a look at it. All right, guys, we're gonna give this Greek style a try. One thing to note, it does remind me more of an Apache style, which if you run a search, you can find videos of guys doing Apache style. But essentially what that is just holding the sling down open. I mean, sometimes right next to them or back a little bit more, and just doing the throw. I don't even want to call it a more traditional Greek style, but again, in the modern day, when you say Greek style, a lot of people are going to think of the holding the stone out in front of you and throwing it like that. This is the sling I'm going to use for this. This is my old reliable, just leather pouch and paracord. The reason I'm going to use this is I am going to be throwing ice for this, and this, because of the cup pouch, just holds them better. I think this would be for this kind of style, especially holding up the hide or leather, whatever it is. I think a cupped pouch would be much more advantageous because it's not going to drop your projectile if you move around a little bit. I'm not saying a round projectile can't be held in a split pouch, but this is going to do it better. Now, one fine print on that's coming in because I'm throwing ice balls. If someone was using a stone or a gland or something that doesn't roll to the side, then no worries. This isn't going to give you any benefit then. For the simulation, again, leather, hide, or skin, or whatever the guy's got there, I just got an old towel. So obviously this wouldn't camouflage me at all. Maybe I guess if I was at the beach, but this will be what I'll use just as a simulation of that. Let's go. I'm gonna try some overhand, some side, and some underhand and see what this does. Target is gonna be around the 13-meter mark. It might be just a hair under that. Just a note too, I'm not really too worried about target hits. I mean, I'm gonna try to hit the target, but this is more about just seeing how this throw overall works, because it's throwing a sling. If practiced enough, it would work and someone could hit a target using it. I don't have any doubt about that. Just first thought on that, because that was the very first throw. The two-finger hold, that works, but it doesn't feel as secure as like a finger and thumb hold, because I just can't hold it as tightly. So I might have to get used to that before I can start getting any real power with this. just a few throws, and that feels pretty good. I still don't think I get the power that I could with a rotor in a normal hold, but that feels like that could get accurate pretty quick. Let me try it with a sidearm. I'm skeptical if underhand is going to work very well, because I just don't think there's going to be enough time to get speed built up. I think you could throw a projectile like that, but I don't think it would have enough speed to really be effective hitting any target. But let me fill up, we'll give that a shot. Yeah, there is no power on that whatsoever. I don't think underhand would be a viable technique for that. Not without doing at least one rotation of the sling. We get some hits. I'm gonna move the camera down over here and see if I'll try to get the target in there too. But we'll see if we can get a side view of this throw. All right, guys. I did have to move the target up to get this angle, so now it's in ridiculously close range. I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 meters. But this is about looking at this style and not about hitting the target like I've mentioned before. But all right, let's do this angle and see what this looks like from here. All right, there was some overhand, which I think fits really well for this technique. Let's try sidearm again. I think this style does work with the sidearm, but still much better fit for an overhand. Let's do from this angle a couple of or maybe one of the underhand. We'll just see what it looks like. You can see that throw has the speed of a 5-year-old throwing a baseball. All right, let's get one more angle with this. We'll put it up front and see what a kind of frontal angle looks like. All right, guys. Target's right here. It's probably about 2 meters, 2.5 meters maybe to the left here. That's just as close as I can get the camera that I feel safe that I'm not going to hit it. Even then, I still might with that sidearm. But let's see what these look like from up front. I'm really starting to like that as an overhand throw. There's just, once you get the hang of that, how that the release knot between the fingers, once you get used to that, you can get some real power with this. Okay, that worked really, really well. I'm really impressed. In general, that hold worked fine. It took me half a dozen throws or so to really get used to that, using the release knot like that. And then, you know, it was completely out of mind and it just worked. I like this style. I don't know if I'd ever use it in like a Balearic competition or anything, especially not with a towel. That actually started to get pretty hot. But overall, for hunting, or if you were using that as a protection against incoming projectiles, I think it works really good. Cheers, guys.